What if I tell you money has rules? And most people break them without even knowing it. My name is Jack Ma. Let me tell you something I wish someone had told me when I was young, poor, and rejected by just about every job on earth. Money is like water. If you don't understand how it flows, you'll always be thirsty. If you don't respect its nature, you'll drown in debt. And if you try to fight against its current, it will always slip through your fingers. Now I want you to pause and reflect on those words. When I was a school teacher in Hangzhou earning just $25 a month, I thought money was the enemy. It was something only the lucky, the corrupt, or the geniuses had. I was none of those things. I failed my college entrance exams twice, got rejected by KFC, and even Harvard sent me a polite no thank you 10 times. I thought maybe I'm just not meant to be rich, but that's where I was wrong. Because wealth has very little to do with luck, and everything to do with understanding the rules. Think about it, like gravity. You don't have to like gravity, but if you jump off a roof, it's going to teach you a lesson fast. Money has rules too, and if you break them, you suffer. But if you learn to use them, just like gravity, you can fly. That's what the rich have done. Not because they're smarter, but because they've learned how to respect the laws of money. And once I learned these rules myself, everything changed from being broke in a tiny apartment to becoming the founder of one of the biggest e-commerce companies in the world. So I want to share with you what I've learned. 9 important rules of money. And today we begin with the most crucial one. Are you interested in this topic? If so, comment below with the phrase, "I will be the first billionaire in my family." Once I see your comment, I'll give it a heart. If you'd like to support the channel, leave a like and subscribe. It takes less than a second and helps the channel a lot. We have plenty of inspiring content coming your way, packed with tips to help you live a more successful and fulfilling life. Now that you've commented and subscribed, let's dive into it. Rule number 1, pay yourself first. Now I know in America this advice might sound confusing at first. How can I pay myself first when my rent is due, gas prices are insane, and taxes eat half my paycheck? I hear you. Let's break it down. If you're an employee, here's the truth. The government gets paid before you do. Your taxes are deducted before you see your paycheck. So you're not even first in line. But even if you're not first, you better make sure you're second. Because if you don't intentionally pay yourself, you're paying everyone else. You're paying the electric company. You're paying your landlord. You're paying Starbucks $7 for something that costs more than 80 cents to make. But are you paying you? Most people don't. And that's why most people stay broke. So what does paying yourself mean? It means every time you earn, you set aside a percentage before you pay the bills, before you buy those new sneakers, and definitely before you order that overpriced pizza from Domino's. This money isn't for spending. It's for building. Building your savings, building your emergency fund, building your freedom. I used to put aside 10% of my income, even when that income was tiny. Sometimes I felt foolish. What difference could a few dollars make? But here's what I learned. It's not about the amount, it's about the habit. Because when you form the habit, the amounts eventually grow. What's the ideal amount to save? There's no perfect number for everyone, but here's a simple guide. 20% is your bare minimum, 40% is a sweet spot. More than 40%, you're on the fast track. And don't just throw this money into a regular checking account where you'll accidentally spend it. Put it into purposeful accounts. A savings account for short-term goals, a retirement account for long-term peace, an investment account that can grow over time, or even a dream account for that business idea you've been too scared to start. This money is not leftover money. It's priority money. Because bills don't build your future, you do. But Jack, I always forget to save. That's your brain protecting itself from pain. We all feel a little sting when money leaves our hands, even if it's going into our own pocket. So here's how I beat that mental resistance. I automate it. Let technology work for you. Set up an automatic transfer that sends a portion of your paycheck to your savings the moment it arrives. Or ask your HR department, to split your paycheck. Some to check, some to save. Use apps that round up your purchases and save the difference. Whatever works for you, just make sure it's automatic. Because when it's automatic, you don't have to fight your emotions, you win by default. Let's make this practical. Let's say you make $3,000 a month. First, pay yourself 20%. That's $600. Next, take care of your bills, maybe $1,500. That leaves you with $900, your spendable money. Now the real question is, can you maintain your lifestyle within that $900? If not, you're not underpaid, you're overspending, you're not broke, you're leaking. So fix the leak and direct that flow toward your future. Now pay attention. I didn't grow up rich. No one handed me the rule book. In fact, most of what I learned about money, I learned after being broke, humiliated, and rejected over and over again. But the rules were always there, and once I began to respect them, the game changed. That's what I want for you. I don't care if you're a waiter in Atlanta, a single mom in Chicago, or a student in Los Angeles, working 2 jobs. You can build wealth if you learn and follow the rules. And rule number 1, always pay yourself first, because if you don't, you'll always be last in line for your own dreams. Now go to the comment and type this. I prioritize my financial growth by paying myself first whenever I receive money. When I see your comment, I will know you are wise and will give you a heart. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Let me tell you a secret. When I applied to KFC in my hometown of Hangzhou, 24 people showed up, 23 got hired. I was the only one rejected. When I applied to Harvard 10 times, I got rejected every single time. Today people know me as the founder of Alibaba. But what if I told you I didn't even know how to code? I was just a poor teacher who barely spoke English, failed many times, and was laughed at for my ideas. But let's talk about something deeper. Money. Because I've learned something powerful over the years. The poor and the rich don't just have different bank accounts. They have different mindsets. So if you're tired of struggling, if you feel stuck, this might be the most important message you hear today. Rule number 2, build multiple income streams. When I was young, I had one income source, my tiny teacher's salary. I was trading my time for money. Every minute I worked, I got paid. If I stopped, the money stopped. That's a trap. The wealthy, they build systems that make money even while they sleep, while they're traveling, while they're spending time with family. Ask yourself, if I don't work for a month, will I still earn anything? If the answer is no, you don't own your life, your job does. In America, it's very common for people to depend only on their 9-to-5 paycheck. But what happens when they lose that job? Panic, fear, debt. Wealthy people invest in multiple income streams, stocks and bonds. Not exciting, but consistent. Real estate, rental income, steady cash flow, business ownership, high risk, high reward. At Alibaba, I didn't build one company. I built an ecosystem, e-commerce, cloud computing, logistics, digital payments. If one part fails, the others carry the weight. It's like a table. One leg, it falls. 4 legs, it stands strong no matter what. So ask yourself, how many legs does your financial table have? Rule number 3, use debt wisely. In China and America, people misunderstand debt. The poor use debt to buy shiny things, TVs, phones, cars they can't afford. They pay 20% interest to impress neighbors who don't care. The rich, they use debt to grow. When Alibaba wanted to expand, we used financing not to survive but to scale. Debt was a tool, not a trap. Here's the trick. Never borrow money to start a risky idea. Banks don't like risk. That's why first-time borrowers get charged high interest. But if your business is already strong, you can use debt to expand, pay lower interest, and even reduce taxes. And guess what? The richest people in the world, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, don't pay themselves salaries. They borrow against their stock and use the loan as tax-free spending money. Debt can be dangerous, yes, but it can also be smart. If you use it with a plan, now go to the comment and type this. I will use debt wisely. When I see your comment, I will know you are wise and will give you a heart. Now that you've commented, let's continue. If you've been enjoying the content so far, please click the like button. And if you're new here, Please subscribe to the channel and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. We're on our way there. Can I count on your help? If you already subscribed, comment "I subscribed." Just go ahead and comment "I subscribed." Thank you for doing that. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Rule number 4. Minimize taxes legally. Let's be real. Your biggest expense isn't your rent or your car. It's taxes. 30 to 40% of your paycheck is gone. But rich people legally pay less. Not because they cheat, but because they understand the game. Governments want the economy to grow, and who grows it? Entrepreneurs, investors, business owners. So they create incentives, tax breaks, credits, deductions to reward these people. If you work a job, you get taxed first and spend what's left. If you run a business, you spend first and pay tax on what's left. Big difference. Even better, if you're an investor, you can structure your assets to pay zero taxes. Yes, zero. The game is the same, but the rich understand the rules. The poor don't even realize they're playing. Rule number 5. Invest in yourself continuously. When I was in my 30s, I read everything I could find in English, even though my grammar was terrible. I watched tapes, listened to TED Talks, studied leadership, learned how the internet worked. That changed my life. Did you know the average CEO reads 60 books a year? Now think about your life. When was the last time you read a book that changed your thinking? In this fast-changing world, if you're not learning, you're falling behind. If the world is improving by 3% every year, and you're improving by 0%, you're not standing still, you're shrinking. One of the easiest ways to learn how wealthy people think and gain insights into how they built their fortunes is by reading their books. Within those pages lie the very principles and strategies they use to create lasting wealth. Growth is not optional anymore. It's survival. So ask yourself, do I want to grow or decay? Rule number 6. Surround yourself with smart people. When I was building Alibaba, I had no tech skills, but I surrounded myself with people who did. Some were smarter than me. That was the point. Poor people try to be the smartest in the room. Rich people try to be in a room full of smarter people. Find mentors, attend events, join business groups, even online communities. Learn from their mistakes. Borrow their experiences. Your network is your net worth. I didn't make Alibaba successful by myself. I made it with a team, with partners, with visionaries who challenged me, who challenged you. Now go to the comments and type this. If you're the smartest person in the room, then you're in the wrong room, because poor people try to be the smartest in the room, while rich people try to be in a room full of smarter people. When I see your comment, I will know you are wise and will give you a heart. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Rule number 7. Think long term. Poor people worry about this week. Rich people worry about the next 10 years. If you're only chasing short-term wins, fast money, quick deals, flashy cars, you'll stay broke. I didn't make money in Alibaba for years. People said I was crazy, but I saw the future. Wealth is compound interest, in money, in reputation, in knowledge. If you sell out your values for quick cash, you'll burn bridges. But if you build trust, brand and patience, money will follow. So ask yourself, what will my life look like 10 years from now if I stay on this path? Wealth is quietly built through stocks, land, and the power of long-term thinking. Right now, there are high-quality Nigerian stocks, trading between 3 naira and 500 naira. Stocks that may never trade below 5,000 naira again in the next 3 to 5 years. Savvy investors, including myself, are already taking strategic positions in these opportunities. If you missed Bitcoin, don't miss this. These are the kinds of opportunities smart investors quietly accumulate, buying as many units as they can while prices are still low. Why? Because history has shown us that what you buy for the equivalent of $50 today could be worth $2,000 or more in 5 to 10 years. This isn't hype. This is how real wealth is built. Not overnight, but over time. Let's talk about land banking. a strategy the wealthy have used for generations. It's simple. You identify undeveloped or low-demand areas, buy land at a low price, and wait. As cities expand and development reaches those areas, the value of your land skyrockets. I recently heard of a woman who bought a piece of land in Nigeria for the equivalent of 500,000 naira about 20 years ago. Today, that same plot is worth over 4 billion naira, simply because the area evolved into a prime commercial hub. That's not luck, that's foresight and patience. Here's the real difference between the rich and the poor. Rich people think in decades. Poor people think in days. The wealthy don't chase quick wins. They position themselves early and wait for value to unfold. Whether it's stocks, land, or any appreciating asset, the formula is the same. Buy low, hold long, exit high. So ask yourself, are you spending all your energy on quick money, or are you quietly building long-term wealth? Now go to the comment and type this. Rich people think in decades, poor people think in days. When I see your comment, I will know you are wise and will give you a heart. Now that you've commented, let's continue. Rule number 8, balance risk and reward. Every good opportunity has risk, but not every risky thing is a good opportunity. Poor people either avoid all risks or chase the most dangerous ones. The rich, we analyze, we diversify. Alibaba was a risk, but I didn't bet everything on it. I tested, I adjusted, I protected myself while taking chances. Take calculated risks. Don't bet your rent money on a crypto meme coin. Wealth comes from courage, but also from caution. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far and want more topics like this, comment, I want more. Just go ahead and comment, I want more, so I know. Rule number 9, seek professional advice. The poor think asking for help is weakness. The rich think not asking is stupidity. I've had mentors, advisors, consultants, even when I couldn't afford them. Why? Because one good idea can change your life forever. Even now, I ask questions, I seek perspectives, I pay people smarter than me. Never let your ego block your breakthrough. Final thoughts. If you take one thing from this today, let it be this. Money doesn't come from your job, it comes from your mindset. I was rejected by KFC, I was rejected by Harvard, but I was never rejected by growth. If you're willing to learn, adapt, and think differently, you don't need to be born rich. You just need to stop thinking poorly. Now head to the comments and tell me which of these money rules hit you the hardest. Which one felt like it was speaking directly to your situation? If this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, subscribe, but most importantly, take action. Not next week, not tomorrow. Today, because like I always say, today is tough. Tomorrow will test you even more. But the day after tomorrow, that's when life becomes beautiful. The tragedy, most people give up the night before. So don't stop, don't wait, don't quit. Let's meet the day after tomorrow, where the results live. If this video has added value to your life, and you're excited to make the most of it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share your feedback in the comments below, and don't forget to include the phrase, I watched the video till the very end, so give me a heart. When I see your comment, I'll make sure to give you a heart. To continue your journey to success, there are 3 important steps you need to take. 1. Like this video. 2. Subscribe to this channel. 3. Turn on the notification bell. By doing this, you'll ensure you never miss out on the life-transformative information we share each week for free. Don't miss our future videos, where we'll be sharing even more golden nuggets of knowledge. All I ask for is your subscription, and I sincerely appreciate it. Creating quality content for you is our passion, and your support keeps us going strong and helps us continue creating inspiring and motivational content. Click on the subscription button to join now and be part of our journey to excellence and financial success. If you enjoyed this video, it's because you understand the importance of improving your financial situation. Tell us in the comments how this video have impacted you and where you are watching us from. We'd love to hear your story. Thank you for tuning in. You are the billionaire mindset media makers. Be sure to watch our other videos displayed on your screen now. We love you. Shalom.